Closure is not something someone else gives you. That belief keeps people stuck in conversations that ended weeks ago. At this moment, you could be waiting on a text, an apology, an explanation that will never come. By the end of this, you will know how to take your closure back without needing one word from them. Here are 6 ways you're about to learn how strong people move on without permission. Most people believe closure has to be handed to them by the person who hurt them. That is why they replay the same conversation for months, waiting for an ending that was never coming. But the people who move on fastest do something different. Stick around for the final point. It changes the way you think about endings completely. 1. Stop asking why. Most people spend months building a case, hunting for the one explanation that will finally make sense of what happened. That question rarely gets answered, and even when it does, it never satisfies the way you hoped. Instead, the next time your mind reaches for why, redirect it to what now. Ask what you're going to do with your time, your attention, your energy today. This works because why keeps you tied to their choices, while what now hands the control back to you. Save this. Point 6 builds directly on this shift. 2. Delete the replay. Most people keep the old messages, the old photos, proof they can scroll through when the ache gets loud. That habit feeds the wound instead of healing it. Instead, next time you catch yourself opening that thread, close the app and name one thing you're grateful for today. Do this every single time the urge hits, without exception. This works because your brain rewires around whatever you repeat, and repetition beats willpower. But that is only part of it. 3. Write the letter you'll never send. Most people carry unsaid words around for years, letting them leak out sideways in other relationships. Instead, sit down and write everything you wish you could say to them, then burn it or delete it without sending. Say it exactly the way you feel it. No editing, no softening. This works because your mind cannot tell the difference between spoken and written release. The weight leaves either way. Save this next one. It's the one most people never figure out. 4. Build a new evidence file. Most people keep mental evidence of everything the other person did wrong, replaying it to justify their anger. Instead, start collecting evidence of your own growth. A text you didn't send, a boundary you held, a morning you woke up and didn't check their profile. Write these wins down somewhere you can see them daily. This works because you start proving to yourself who you're becoming instead of proving who they were. That builds directly into what comes next. 5. Give yourself the apology. Most people wait for an apology that fits their timeline, their wording, their exact wound. Instead, write down the apology you needed to hear in your own words and read it to yourself once a day for a week. Say the words out loud, slowly, like someone who means them. This works because your nervous system responds to hearing the words, not to who says them. That sets up the final shift completely. 6. Let the silence be the answer. Most people treat silence as an open question, something unfinished that still needs solving. Instead, decide today that silence is the answer, the final one, and there's nothing left to solve. Stop checking, stop waiting, stop leaving a door open for someone who already walked through it and closed it behind them. This works because you stop giving your peace to someone who no longer has a claim to it. This is the shift that makes every other point permanent. When you stop asking why, you get your attention back. When you delete the replay, you get your peace back. When you write the letter, you get your voice back. When you track your own growth, you get your pride back. When you give yourself the apology, you get your healing back. When you let silence be the answer, you get your life back. Pick just one of these 6 and use it this week. Don't take on all of them at once. Subscribe now because new videos like this drop every week, and each one hands you back a piece of your power. Drop a comment with the number of the point that hit hardest. This community reads every single one. You never needed their closure. You already had it in you the whole time.